Assalamualaikum and good day to all. So today we will be looking at one more reading strategy, which is on linking ideas or connectors. This topic will be looking at how writers organize their ideas in a paragraph and also between paragraphs. So the learning outcomes for today's lesson is by the end of this session or by the end of this teaching video, you will be able to identify the relationships within a paragraph and also relationships between paragraphs. So how do you have these relationships within a paragraph and between paragraphs is by using linking connectors or it is also known as transitional words. Some call it transitional signals, but they are actually the same thing. So the reason why we use linking words is to link ideas and to show how the meanings are related. So this is where you can have or you will have relationships in a paragraph, within a paragraph, or relationships between paragraphs, because you use linking words to show that the meanings are related to each other. Some linking words link ideas that are in separate sentences. So they are called sentence connectors. So in a paragraph, there are a few sentences. So these sentences are connected by using linking words. For example, is the vacation was wonderful. Unfortunately, it was much too expensive. So you want to relate between the vacation being wonderful, but it was much too expensive. So that is how you use linking word to show the relationship between these two sentences. Some linking words link ideas within the same sentence. You can also say our vacation was wonderful, although it was much too expensive. So you really enjoyed the vacation, however, you think it was much too expensive. So linking words are used, some linking words are used to show attitude, okay? Because different linking words, they have different functions. So this is to show attitude, and the linking words or the transitional words that you use are unfortunately, fortunately, luckily, obviously, in fact. She called Bob. He was unfortunately not at home. Or you can say they arrived at the airport late. Luckily, the plane had been delayed. Okay, so notice the transitional words or the linking connectors to show the relationship between the sentences. And linking words are also used to show contrast. Some of the examples are but, however, though, although, even though, in spite of, despite, nevertheless. So a few examples here. He promised me a job, however, he changed his mind. Although the water was cold, they went swimming. In spite of the rain, or despite the rain, we enjoyed ourselves. He doesn't have a good chance to win the election. Nevertheless, I'm going to support him. So all this, transitional words show you contrasting idea by having one idea which is in contrast in one sentence in contrast to the next sentence. These are a few more transitional words which are used to show contrasting ideas, whereas while on the other hand, the USA is a rich country, whereas Cuba is a poor country. So you see that there are two contrasting ideas. Mr. Jones is very careful with money. On the other hand, he can be extremely generous with his time. Okay, one idea about being very careful with money, and another idea is being generous, but in terms of time. This sequence connect. These transitional words are used to show the result of something, therefore, consequently, as a result. A few examples of sentences are: there was a shortage of tomatoes, consequently, the price went up. So, because there was a shortage of tomatoes, that's why if you want to buy tomatoes, the price is quite high. He was always showing off. As a result, lots of people didn't like him. So that is the result of his attitude of showing off. Bill left his car in a no parking area. He was therefore fined. So the result of parking his car in a no parking area, so Bill was fined. Therefore, Bill was fined. These linking words are used to show reason: because, as, since, because of, due to, owing to, and followed by noun phrase. As we arrived late, we missed the bus. Since it was raining heavily, we took a taxi. I didn't go swimming because of the cold. Due to the rainstorm, the outdoor concert was cancelled. Okay, so all showing the reason for something. So these are used to show purpose: to, in order to, so as to, so that, and for. Few examples are: you have to take the medicine in order to get better. Okay, the purpose of taking medicine is, of course, to get better. They phoned us so as to hear our opinion. So the purpose of calling is to hear our opinion. I set 2 alarm clocks so that I wouldn't oversleep. So the purpose of setting 2 alarm clocks is so that you don't oversleep. I'm telling you this for your own good. So the purpose of telling is for something that is good for you. These linking words are used to show alternatives: or, either or, neither nor. I can buy 1 very large television or 2 small ones. I can buy either 1 large television or 2 small ones. We neither wanted nor needed their help. So when you use neither and nor, meaning you don't want both. You don't want and you don't need their help. So that is actually what you want to say. These linking words are used to show addition: to, as well as, also, both, and, not only, but also, in addition, moreover, furthermore. He can play the trumpet as well as the saxophone. He can play both the trumpet and the saxophone. He can play not only the trumpet, but also the saxophone. He can play the trumpet and the saxophone. In addition, he has a great voice. Okay, so all these are used to show or to add more ideas, more similar ideas. These linking words are used to show exceptions: apart from, except for, besides. Apart from the food, the party was terrible. Except for the food, the party was terrible. Besides the food, the party was terrible. We all wanted to go to the beach. Besides, there was nowhere else to go. So, exception. You have to go to the beach because you cannot go anywhere else. These linking words are used to show examples. For example, for instance, such as, a few examples are: there are a lot of environmental problems in the world today. For example, in Mexico City, air pollution is so high that some people wear cloth masks in the street. Countries such as Australia and New Zealand have banned the use of sprays. Okay, so these transitional words are used to show examples.